I noticed a difference.
Okay, we are
He's got a new job?
Yeah.
We are on, we're on now.
We're on?
Yep.
Okay. This is April 15th, 2021. Town of Spafford Planning Board meeting. Do I have a motion on last meeting's minutes?
Make a motion to waive the reading of the minutes from March 18th, 2021, and accept the minutes as written.
Do I have a second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Old business. First item of old business is a special use permit from the Ripley Hill Nature Preserve on Ripley Hill Road in Homer. The applicant is seeking a special permit to construct a new parking lot, driveway, kiosk fence, and crosswalk sign. And we got comments from the County Planning Board. Is there somebody here from the Ripley Hill Nature Preserve?
I'm Albert Yerger, President of Central Northland Trust.
Have a seat.
Welcome aboard.
Thank you.
Okay. Albert, did you get a chance to read the County Planning Board's comments?
Yes,
Any comment on their comments?
they said there's no adverse inter-community impact and that it's up to you guys.
Right. Okay.
So that sounded good to me because I think at our last meeting, that I think you guys were on board with it.
Yeah, we had asked for several things on the documents, and it appears that, to me, that they've complied with our requests, and everything's indicated correctly. Howard, do you have any comments on what they submitted? Okay.
We were going to do High Hickory, the kiosk at High Hickory.
That's a separate item on the agenda.
Okay. Sorry.
Okay, Dennis, we
Okay.
approved this last month,
Oh, okay.
correct? Contingent on this report from the
Okay,
county.
yeah, I wasn't here due to medical issues. Great, okay.
Okay.
Do I have a motion? Any comment from anybody?
Make a motion
Okay, for what?
to accept the county.
Okay,
And approve the special use permit application?
What?
And to approve the special use permit application?
Yes, and the special use,
yep. Okay, do I have a second?
special permit.
Second.
All those in favor?
All right.
Aye.
Great, thank you.
Okay, so that one's taken care
Oh.
of. Do we need any documents to sign on this one? I don't think so, right?
No.
Okay. Yeah, the date on the last drawing, it's S1.1, and the date is, where's the date? 3/17/2021. Drawing is stamped by architect Andrew Ramsgard. Okay, put that in there. Moving right along. Okay, second item on the agenda is a special use permit pending by Community Power Group LLC. The applicant is seeking a special permit to install two 5-megawatt ground-mounted solar facilities located off Route 174.
This looks like them right here.
Okay?
Slide that over to Dennis.
Oh.
You got it?
I got it.
I don't know if I can.
Actually, I think this is Mr. Borkowski, the
Yeah.
owner of the business, right?
I don't know how you.
Yeah, I was having a hard time.
Can you hear me, Mr. Borkowski? Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you just fine.
Okay, good.
Okay,
How's
good.
that?
Whoop.
You you are on the agenda and they just called you. So perfect timing.
Oh, great, okay. Perfect.
There you go, that's good. Well, you need that? Okay, Jim, you want to give us an update?
Well,
From the county, or from the town standpoint?
right, so we received a new application from the Solar Group, Community Power Group, and I have in front of me a copy of that new application. I also believe that we received the escrow check that we were requesting, and that's on the supervisor's desk for signature. So I think we are in a position to have the application reviewed by the engineer and for us to accept his comments. The town board last month declared themselves lead agency, so I'm now in a position to issue a lead agency notice to other interested entities. I think that's where we are with the project. The question that I have that maybe Mr. Borkowski can answer for me, which I think is a question that the planning board should ask, is what are the changes that were made with the new application and why were the changes made? And I don't know if Mike can answer that or...
Yeah, so I think there was a set of comments previously provided based on the first application. So we addressed all those comments that were issued, and then I think they presented us with additional, with the latest, bylaws as it relates to solar.
Okay.
And there were a couple incremental items that were necessary.
Okay.
And so we added those.
Okay, very good. So I think it's time to refer the application to the engineer for their review.
Mhm.
And if it's okay with the planning board and with the applicant, I'll go ahead and issue the letter, the lead agency letter. And then I'm sure at our next planning board meeting, we'll be able to review the engineer's comments. And Mr. Barkowski, is there anything else you'd like from us at this time?
Not at all. That all sounds great. I guess just to make sure we understand the process as far as when we would or wouldn't have a public meeting.
Public hearing? Okay, so you just froze on us. The wonders of modern technology. I hope you can still hear me.
He's not froze on here.
Yeah, you can.
Okay, so I think we should probably make sure that the engineer is ready to go before we actually schedule the public hearing.
Okay.
So would that be a problem with you if we scheduled,
No, that makes perfect sense. Absolutely.
Okay, so, why don't we shoot to see if we can have the public hearing for the June meeting? And then for the May meeting, hopefully the applicant and the engineer can iron out some of the details or questions before we have the public hearing.
Okay. Yep, sounds great. And if we get any comment along the way you want for us before that meeting, we're happy to take them whenever.
Sounds great, thank you.
Okay.
That's all I have, Mr. Chairman.
All right, anybody else have anything for Mike?
No, not until after we review the new application.
Yeah, we'll review the new application. We have copies for the planning board, and then we'll all be able to hear what our engineers, what their comments are. And then depending on those, we may or may not have that public hearing on June. All right? Okay, thanks. You want this back. Okay.
You can't see me.
No,
He's frozen.
Thumbs up.
I don't know how you get rid of him.
There.
There you go. Okay. Wow. Next item on the agenda is PDD application from Happy Pastures Campgrounds on East Lake Road in Skaneateles. This is to review comments from the town engineer. Okay. Kim's recused.
Refused
Refused.
from discussion and voting. You can stay right where you are.
Yeah. Is there town engineers here? Where is he?
No, there's
No?
no one's here. It is, I didn't know if I was here, but there's still the engineers are going back and forth. They did find out we don't have to do a traffic study. And then they have reached out to the highway department to see if the culvert that goes under the road, because we have had issues with water, flooding there, if that culvert might need to be enlarged a little bit. But that's just,
Okay. Somebody's going around and tagging all the culverts around town. I don't know if you've noticed that.
The state is actually gonna spend some money redoing stuff this year, so
Yeah. They're tagging them
not sure
and,
where they're getting it, but.
yeah, all the county roads.
yeah.
so that's all I really have.
Improve the drainage, that'd be good for you.
Hopefully
Okay.
next month we'll have, the engineer's comments and everything all situated and ready to go.
Assuming everything's all set, you planning on breaking ground this summer?
So I'm fighting up a bit, so.
Okay. Very good. Okay, you back?
Yes, I'm back.
Okay.
Bob, anything you want to add?
No, I think she covered it. I was reading, most of it is between Apollo Osborne and Rudy Zona. And they've been working, developing the drawings. We meet all the state guidelines for stormwater, but there are some suggestions that will actually make it better, and those are the things they're working on right now. And it might even improve some of the conditions for the neighborhood.
Okay, great. Thank you. Next item, new business. A special use permit for a High Hickory Preserve on Richard Road, Skaneateles. Applicant is seeking a special use permit to construct a kiosk. You're up.
So it's the same kiosk that we're putting up at Ripley Hill. The parking area is already existing. And there's an old farm pond out there, and we went with the kiosk at the edge of the parking area, between the parking area and the farm pond. It's, I don't think any of the neighbors will be able to see it. It's substantially in from, it should have no impact, I think.
Okay.
Are there any questions about it?
The idea is to put trail maps and things on it.
So it'll direct people. So it'll show the trail map. It'll give some history of the preserve, some history of the land trust. So most of our kiosks have 3 panels on them. The center panel has like a map and its information about that. This is specific preserve. 1 panel's about the people who helped us make it happen, and 1 panel's about the land trust.
Okay.
So it's not just one kiosk,
It's one kiosk.
it's one kiosk, but then these individual panels?
Right, so there's 3 signs on the one.
There is a drawing in the other documents there.
Yeah, there's one right here.
Okay,
Yeah.
You're talking about panels, so I didn't know if there was multiple kiosks,
like
but,
that. Is that what he means?
yeah,
Yeah.
so you've got this
Yeah.
one structure, but then there's like
Right.
4.
Yeah.
So the kiosk is made of, I don't know if it's larch or locust, it's like rot resistant, or it's a wood that's naturally rot resistant, has a little metal roof on it.
Says weather resistant larch. Metal roof, aluminum, vinyl letters. Okay.
It should be an asset to the site and the community.
It's like the same as this one.
Any questions or comments?
This one, is it 40?
No, no.
Richard's Road.
Richard's Road,
Richard's
okay.
Road.
This gets referred to county planning, like the last one?
They didn't send it, and we
Same
just word
measurement.
around whether we even need it, because it's like he's well over 500 feet from anywhere
Uh-huh,
where it's going, but they own everything around it.
uh-huh.
I just thought better if the planning board gave them a blessing before I.
County planning?
No, us.
Oh, my question is, does this,
It doesn't trigger county planning, no.
well, the last one did, because we just got a
We don't
county.
even really need a special permit, I'm just looking for the proverbial headline.
Okay,
The last one was a cut on the road, though.
The
Oh,
other
okay.
one was on the road.
okay, that's the difference, okay.
This one is.
Yeah, and they had pedestrian crosswalks and things like that.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, we don't see any issue with this.
No, I don't,
And the rest of the site's already developed, so.
yeah. Do I have a motion to grant the special use permit for High Hickory Preserve to install a kiosk?
Second?
All those in favor? Aye. Okay,
Awesome, thanks a lot.
you're welcome.
If y'all ever, I don't know if you ever do field trips, but if you ever want to come out and see the preserve, either on an individual basis or as a group, we'd be delighted to, I'll give you a tour of it.
Well, thank you very much, it's nice offer.
You know, one thing that my wife and I have done is we've been walking our dog at the Skinny Atlas Preserve, which is really nice. It'd be nice to have on town, maps where these preserves are.
Well, we'd be delighted to partner with you guys to make that happen.
Yeah, could we do that? Put it on the website?
Yeah. So would,
Yeah, even if we had it, took the town as a whole and.
Yeah. Just say, here's some preserves.
Yeah, because you've got
Yeah,
Central New
I-
York
I-
and Finger Lakes.
I'd love to have that happen.
okay, well then I'll reach out to your staff and see if we can't make that happen.
Thank you.
And we have 3 preserves in town, but we could help get all
Yeah,
the preserves.
and it'd be nice to have that information on the preserve in the website so that people know if it's hiking or, what's there.
Okay, great.
Okay?
Happy Pastors gets approved, you may have a lot of visitors.
Yeah.
Yeah, seriously, it would help everybody.
Well, we enjoy having visitors, so.
Yeah, that's the idea, right?
Yep. Well, it doesn't make sense to have these places and not have folks out now. So
Sounds
great.
great.
Hey, thank
Okay,
you very much.
thank you. Yes.
Good night.
Okay. Yes, now I can. Okay, the next item on the agenda is a 4-lot subdivision and lot line adjustment at the Links at Barrows View LLC, which is Tom Valenti, which is on 2401 Box Road, Skaneateles.
We're just in, for Valenti. I believe we gave copies, so you all have a copy of the proposed map. And we also had an aerial photograph that kind of shows what we're dealing with. This is, the Links at Barrows back 100 years ago had a vision of turning this into
I think we've
a
seen
bunch of
this before.
townhouses and their own course golf course. and that
Yeah.
type of thing. That kind of didn't play out. The golf course got closed, as you're aware. So what they like to do, they have a undersized lot that has a reasonably good functional pole barn on it, but it's only a few feet off the property line. So what they like to do is make that a conforming lot by doing a lot line adjustment to give it a little bit of space off to the side. So the barn now has a 35-foot side yard setback, and it becomes conforming. And that would in itself be a building lot, which basically it is now. It's just a lot line relocation. That in itself, I believe, is an administrative deal. But at the same time, they've got the remaining 8+ acres.
Jim?
So what they'd like to do is cut that into 4 lots. They're all with more than 100 feet of frontage. There is a water course that kind of goes down the middle of it. So what we'd like to do is create a 4-lot subdivision of the remaining space. The clubhouse is really a white elephant. When they prevented them from selling the property, so they will be tearing down the clubhouse. And there is a small pond over here. They plan on filling that pond in. We'll keep it on the record so anyone building knows there's a pond there, because that doesn't always make the best foundation material. So
It's man-made by the golf course, right?
yeah, it was just a man-made pond. It was for water control, I believe, in whatever. So basically, that is our preliminary sketch. If you find this acceptable, we will turn it into a final plat plan and have a public hearing next month. We are within 500 feet of a agricultural property, which is just across this other adjacent property to the north. So we have filled out the ag data statement. That triggers county review, is that correct?
Would anyway on our subdivision regulations.
Yeah.
So we would send it to the county.
So this does need to go to county. Okay, so
But
that
the board gives us the green light.
And we are in the process of having septic systems designed for the lots.
We subdivided this is the old golf course.
Correct.
So we've subdivided this off once before, sections of it.
I'm not sure what the history is of previous subdivisions. I
I
know,
don't believe so. I think the 40-acre piece that Snyder bought came off the original farm too, off the original golf course. This is the balance.
Okay. And this is where we issued a special permit for the boat storage, the sail house, for the sailing boat.
discontinuing that use, unless he wants to buy the property, but I don't see that happening.
Question for Jim. Do we need a separate application for a lot line adjustment?
No,
No.
and I would send the whole thing to county anyways, because you might just as well send the whole thing to county.
Yeah, we've done
Okay.
that before, Dennis.
If this was just a
Just-
single lot line adjustment, then we'd have one application for that, but.
Walsh's, that's what we do with Walsh's. We subdivided and did lot line adjustments at the same time.
I agree. I think we're okay.
And you don't want to bifurcate the application, you know.
Right.
All in one. But it is a
Yeah.
4-lot subdivision, it's not a 5-lot subdivision.
Right. Right.
2 lots, so we're making 5 lots.
We'll have to carefully word the county paperwork when we send it.
Yeah.
So they know what's going on.
Right.
What was the name of this golf course before?
Number of names. It was Skinny Atlas, and Mid Lakes.
Mid Lakes, I think I remember.
Yeah, it's had probably 3, 4 names, at least 3. I had 2. Below that pond, going down was the 12th hole, and it's so soggy down there. It's unbelievable.
You need a few balls or?
No, but I did get my cleats wet.
Okay, use that one.
I actually think this is a good thing.
Yeah.
You know, it's appropriate for the area.
It's consistent with the rest of Office.
Yep.
There are houses similar size lots over there, and it provides an opportunity for farmers to come in and enjoy the nature preserve system.
Yeah. It gets rid of the boats.
Exactly. And the boats don't move.
You know where the boats are going? Not here, right?
I haven't got any correspondence from them at all, and they're assuming they're blocking the clubhouse down and looking out with the pool.
Well, they should be in the water somewhere, and then they'll have to go someplace else.
Should just be trailers right now.
Yeah. Bob, I got a note here. It says the application says 10.6 acres, and I don't know whether
Me,
Kim calculated it. It says 10.97.
double check my math.
Well, I have to go with, of course,
is,
Okay, so we have.
On the ag form? Oh, it's on the,
So I come up with 10.61, according to Paul Trustee.
10.61.
Yeah. You know,
He's got 10.6. Close enough.
all right. There was one surveyor, Jack Patrol, who did one game, Linear Estates, in the 1980s, which was curved roads and options lots. And he had the lot areas figured out to the thousands of a square foot. And I got a hand it to him. He sure must have known what he was doing.
Jack was good.
That was good.
All right. So next steps,
Refer to county planning.
refer to county planning. Do I have a motion for that?
so moved.
Second?
Second?
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Would it be appropriate?
Yeah. What's, next month?
What's the center line?
May 20th, make a motion to set,
That, there's a correct that one.
first I make a motion to approve the preliminary
Yeah, that's
plat.
correct.
That's
Send it
a,
to county, which we already approved.
does that
But,
fit into there?
Also
Right.
to set a
For the,
public meeting on our next meeting, which is May 20th,
Yeah.
for,
there's nothing leading into that. You can see there's no.
Gonna get your driveway.
Overflow goes to that.
Although, do I have a second?
Sorry, yeah.
Les said to send it to county and,
For the highway department.
no, to have a public meeting.
Conceptual
Yeah, I'll
approval,
second
where
that.
to go.
Okay. All those in favor?
Aye.
All flat.
Yeah, it's all flat.
Keep 300 feet.
I just drove down there the
Hey,
other
will you put the setback lines on this?
Sure.
And the reason I ask that is the creek. You know, where am I building?
Unfortunately, your town zoning law has no setback for the street. That's,
No, I'm thinking from the road, and then, you know, if it's 50 feet back, and then the question is, do I even have enough room on this side of the creek or that side of the creek? You know, and then the side yards and the backyard, that'd make a
yeah,
good,
because that's where you might get an issue from,
yeah, you may say, oops,
Syracuse Water Board.
oh, no, I hear you. Yeah.
We have the response back to
Yeah, Rich is moving for this application. Rich is
Yeah.
Yeah.
and how deep is that creek?
Oh, Brooke. That's,
really only takes care of the drainage from that little.
yeah,
area.
dry weather it dries up.
Oh, it does, okay, so it's not running water?
Huh? You do?
And I see there's a little,
Yeah.
there's a little,
Somebody's got a culvert across it, yeah.
Just wide enough to hide one of my golf balls.
oh, you got.
Just one?
I think its original purpose was to help drain the drains.
Because it's,
Wasn't there before.
because it's so wet there.
Okay. All right, that's my only comment.
Did you guys vote on that motion?
Yeah,
Yes.
Did I miss it?
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I wonder who
If
did
they
that.
haven't come down, must have come down.
What day is it?
Wait, you mean the
Tim
setback?
probably knows.
No, there wasn't a motion on setback. That was a
No,
motion
that was a
on
request.
referral.
Referral to county and
Right.
public hearing. Got it.
Okay.
Okay.
Good to see you again.
Good seeing you.
Yeah.
I'm sure glad, Rich got you taken care of, otherwise I couldn't have come in.
I'm glad he did too. Thank him for me when you see him. Yep.
All right. There are no other items on the agenda. Any new items or anything we need to take care of?
We got more stuff stacking up, but probably, I don't know if it'll be further or not, I'm gonna actually talk to the town board about doing away with the commercial use of land. Once this
Yeah.
gets approved,
Yeah.
there's nowhere to turn around anywhere, you'd have to back from we get complaints all summer long about swimmers and boaters and swimmers, and I can't get in there. Swimmers won't move out of the way.
What does that leave on the lake for public launches?
Nothing.
Well, you can do maintain them. You can do,
One?
Scott,
Got,
down at the end of the lake. What's the one on the other side of the river there? The state.
State.
State launch. on
It's
the
a
other
state
side.
launch on the other side of Mandana.
Do they allow commercial launching at the state launch?
Yeah.
Okay, 'cause
One-
I've used that
Yeah,
many
yeah,
times.
hours of operation. And to be honest with you, when they load big loads, they come out of maintain, it's the easiest launch to get to. And it's flat.
Right.
So, it just is a hassle. People are already complaining, we haven't got to swim it yet.
No.
And people have been using the old clubhouse for turning around
I remember.
forever. And now we're gonna lose that. So you'd have to back a boat all the way from Nunnery Road down there. There's
When,
nowhere to turn around.
when I first moved in here, my wife and I went down there because it was hot, really hot one day. And, yeah, the boats were there and there was diesel fuel and, you know,
I
it
just
was
don't
not
see-
conducive to
Just
going
don't
down
see
there to
use
swim.
being compatible much longer for both.
Yeah.
I hate to see people in the town lose it.
yeah.
We don't launch that many boats.
The one thing I thought we had was a first,
We have hours, we have, you know.
no, don't we have a first option
says?
on the land either side of that road?
No,
No.
No?
we own 60 feet right straight down the road in the water. We don't even own a turnaround down there.
I thought I remember hearing
Town.
something about the town put in,
That's like back
to buy either side of that.
No.
No?
That's new house.
There's a first option? No?
Kindle's still on the one right.
Tiny mountain block.
Fesco sold theirs, so we have a new owner of the one that's right on the
It's a
water.
new house?
And then the next one up was Kindle's.
Yeah.
But Kindle's and his son Scooter, I think.
Is Fesco the one who complained all the time?
No, that's, fell out the other side.
Oh, okay.
Is this your stuff?
He's still there.
Oh,
He's already complaining. But unless you're gonna put somebody down there like a lifeguard or daily, I don't know how the hell you're ever gonna control it. You know, the boats are supposed to be out of the water by noon, when a lot of times it's 80 degrees by 10 o'clock, so people are swimming already. Well, then the swimmers don't wanna move for the boaters, because they think they have just as much right.
Mm-hmm.
The boaters are paying to use the launch, so, you know, they'll run over you to use it. It just turns into a headache, and it's gonna get worse with this. I mean, I
Yeah.
can't even imagine trying to back a boat from Nunnery Road down off of that hill.
I can't back it out of my driveway.
Well, there's no place to park down there either.
No place to park, and people have been using the, you know, the
Is that,
sailboat place forever.
that where they still launch the their tour boat?
Wild?
No.
Yeah.
And Wild, wherever, no, I don't think
'Cause
they launch
you-
it there anymore, do they?
Did they make their own launch? Because they were down,
They're-
they were
they
storing them
still
down
have
the
a
road.
Small strip.
Right.
You know,
Yeah, I've
They
seen that,
still
they've
own
got,
enough to bring it
I
out
don't
of
know
water
if they do
on
Ben
the
out
road.
of that one.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, they do, is the judge out of that one?
I mean, I just don't see where it's feasible.
Remember
to keep-
where the camp was?
Somebody's gonna
Yeah,
get
no, I've
hurt.
seen their launch, I just didn't.
Okay.
I didn't know if
There's
they
one
could
at
just
the
mail
golf
vote
course,
out
too.
there, or if the
There's
judge
a launch
went
there.
out
We
there.
just figured about that.
But we wouldn't have to act on that anyway, right? It's
No,
the
I
council.
will
board
give you a
does
heads
it.
up that I'm gonna approach the board with that next month. You may not hear about it.
Okay.
I'm sure there's a few people that aren't gonna like the idea, but I don't see where it's feasible to keep doing what we're doing. You come down over there with a boat now and you're backing it all in, somebody's gonna get killed.
Yeah.
It never made any sense to me to have
I
both
mean, that hill is like, you know, the
launching
hill is
and
like-
swimming in the same 60-foot area.
Yeah, it's
It
crazy.
never made any sense to me.
That's crazy.
But I mean, it
And
just,
there's no parking
Yeah.
Yeah.
for
for
anybody.
what little bit of money we actually make from the fees, we couldn't possibly pay even my time to go down there for the amount of complaints we get in the air.
Yeah.
And now we're getting, unfortunately, people, some of the folks that move in here aren't native to the area. They have a little different personality than, you know.
They're not nice upstaters.
It's Jim's kind that are calling me, not the homeowners. No offense, Jim. but,
That's okay.
You know,
Refer to the town attorney.
I understand completely.
I think we need to have that discussion with the town board again.
Okay,
That makes sense, Howard.
I just see bad things happen, and then this is going to make it worse when you take
Yeah.
away the only spot they could have got away with.
yeah, the
And
park or
that
turn
goes
around.
it, But people do it, you know.
Yeah. Well, it's not occupied, that's why.
And I'm sure those lots are gonna be advertised for sale with lake access.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, all you gotta do is walk down the road.
That's what every realtor does.
I have lake
You
access.
know,
Everybody has.
the whole town has lake access to the 60 feet, you know. But
Not
that's on the same
anymore.
road. They
They
could feasibly walk down over, they don't go swimming. you know.
They can't launch a boat anymore, though.
No, I just think that's crazy to keep the,
Well, then a sign needs to be down there.
Not down
Well,
there, right
I-
at the head of the road, no boat launching.
yeah,
Yeah.
we just need to move the, take it right out. Swimming only, no lifeguard, and
Yeah.
maybe post it up like here on my nunnery.
Yeah, some people don't even go down
Yeah.
there.
Because it's,
Swim at your own risk and all that.
I mean, it gets bad enough, the guy with the soccer arena there closes his right off, he chains everything, because they pull in, turn around, then.
Okay. Anything else?
I have nothing.
Okay, do I have a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Second?
For some reason,
All those in
people-
favor? Aye.
Aye.
people are still
What time
doing
is it?
I don't know when it's gonna
It
happen.
is
7:40.
7:40.